What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 11th Hour Gaming Channel. I am AJ Gels. Guys, it has been a while since I have done this show last, since I've really been on camera. I've been having some computer problems over the past couple weeks. I put up a video, I believe, last Sunday, I think it was, kind of doing a little, thank you to everyone. I've been on YouTube now for a full year, so this is the first show of year 2. At least of this show. If you guys are new to this program, haven't really seen this before, basically what I do is I find gaming news from around the web. This week was actually all IGN, and actually this week's show is going to be pretty damn short. But usually I gather news from all over the place, kind of bring it in, type up some notes, talk about it. I talk about the story, certain stories. Maybe I'll do some more personal commentary. That's kind of the idea of the show. I do it just because I know some people don't want to read as much news. Sometimes it's just easier to have somebody kind of tell it to them. Maybe I'm not the best source of this, but, I try. But seriously though, thank you for coming in. You can find a full list of everything I talk about down in the description, along with Facebook, Twitter, and my website. Go check those out. And remember, if you ever enjoy any video I do on this channel, remember, I do a ton of Let's Plays. Go check those out. If you enjoy any video that I do, please remember to like, comment, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. So let's hop into the news, guys. The first little bit I got for you is apparently I haven't been paying attention to the console sales this year. I was reading the story by Seth Macy, IGN. It was talking about the MPD numbers of September, and apparently Xbox One was the top selling console in September, beating out, obviously, the PlayStation 4. And this is the part that actually surprised me, is that this has been the third straight month and this is in the US, so again, not worldwide. I believe it also outsold PS4 in the UK, I think. But no, that's just surprising that the Xbox One is outselling the PlayStation. That's I don't know. I thought the PlayStation almost had this generation locked down tight. Although it's unsurprising with the Xbox One S, the newer model. And all that, and then the PS4's botched announcement of the PS4 Pro and the PS4 Slim. That was not a very good announcement for them, and especially Xbox is picking up some extreme steam, coming in with Project Scorpio sometime next year. At least I believe it's sometime next year. So I don't know. Xbox might pull off this generation. I think that's what Sony did in the last generation. I think PS3 got a really slow start compared to the 360, then PS3 ended up winning in the very end, so who the hell knows? But on the PlayStation side, in an article by Blake Hester, I found out that the PlayStation VR is actually selling at a profit, according to Sony Interactive Entertainment President Sean Layden. Not clear how much of a profit, but still a profit. Very surprising to me. I honestly thought that this system was going to, not sell at anywhere near a profit. I thought they'd be taking a loss. Although it's not, I guess, we're still early in its release. So I guess, you have all the people who pre-ordered, and are buying it off the shelf. Me, if I'm getting it, I'm waiting till, Christmas time. But no, I'm surprised that any of the VRs right now are selling at a profit. Well, again, that's not true. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised, if that makes sense. I'm surprised in the fact that with this kind of tech, and from everybody who said they've tried it and said it's so cool, I haven't tried it, so maybe that's my problem with it. But I'm just not super impressed with VR. I just don't think that it's not where I'd like it to be just yet, to be this big thing. But everybody who's tried it said it's wonderful. They love the VR stuff, not only for the PC, but for the PlayStation. So, it is what it is. So I guess I'm not surprised that it's selling at a profit, but that naive part of me that's going, well, I don't like it, why does everyone else like it, is going, I can't believe that's selling at a profit. So, yeah. Take with it what you will. Like I said, article by Blake Hester of IGN. Apparently, along with this leak for an Overwatch Halloween event, I believe that the event might have gone over already. I was seeing dates on like October 11th and 12th, but that made no sense seeing that that's not Halloween. Either way, apparently we also now have kind of a leak of a new character. We have the character Sombra, a hacker who I believe is equipped with an SMG and clawed gloves. If you take a look at the leak, go check out the article. Geo Scrubbles of IGN, go check that out. There's pictures of the character. That's about all I know about this character right now. I'm not an Overwatch player, so this isn't a huge deal for me, but I know Overwatch is still super popular. A lot of people out there love the game so far. So I don't know. So there you go. There's our new character. I believe this was leaked by a Russian Overwatch team or something. I don't know. It was they somehow got their hands on some like internal memo at Blizzard. So that's how we have the idea for this character. But it wouldn't be surprising to see this come about. But I guess also speaking in, I'm not sure if you call this a leak or not, but we now supposedly have the release date for Mass Effect Andromeda. Now, this kind of came about on an Amazon posting for an art book, I believe by Dark Horse Comics. It's an art book of the art of Mass Effect Andromeda, basically saying that the book will come out on the same day as the game, which is March 21st, 2017. Now, we haven't gotten an exact announcement from BioWare on the actual release of the game. So, I'm going to guess that March 21st will be the release of the game of Mass Effect Andromeda, but that's not for certain. That's not locked in. Do not quote me on that one. This article was also by Joe Scrubbles of IGN, by the way. The article also mentioned that the listing also mentioned that the UK date is the 23rd. They're not sure if that means the game will come out, on the 23rd in the UK, although that's not surprising. Usually the US or the North American and the UK release dates are a little different. So, take that as you will. We now have the release date for the season finale of Hitman. We will be going to Hokkaido, Japan in October 31st. Or on October 31st. Whatever. Alright, I'm going to read an exact quote from the article. This is a little easier way to describe it than me trying to put it into my own words. And I quote, the mission is called Situs Inverus. And Versus, and will take place in the grounds of the Gamma Private Hospital and Resort. EO says, and a quote within a quote, this secluded facility is a fusion of Japanese beauty and cutting-edge technology, featuring its own Zen gardens, organic sushi restaurant, and traditional Japanese hot spring, end quote. End quote. It's weird. That's a weird thing to do when you're ending a quote with whatever. But yeah, now we have a look into the new Hitman kind of release. I guess we can kind of start making our guesses into what it's going to be like. Really, the game's getting really kind of pegged. Like I was reading comments in the review of the Colorado mission that came out. I believe Luke Riley reviewed that for IGN. I was reading comments, and I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I thought the Colorado one was more fun than some of the other ones, but I'm not liking it. But honestly, I just think that they picked a terrible way to release a Hitman game. They shouldn't have released it in this chunked, scattered release date. They should have just released it all as one game. Because I think there's an interesting story kind of going on in here. It's so hard to kind of keep it all straight with everything that's happening from between releases. And I understand it's also all about, the creating the targets and the doing this and that. And it's, I don't know. I just don't think the online aspect of this game is really that interesting or really that good. But I really do think that they are making a good Hitman game. I mean, it's fun to play. It's easy to understand how detection works. The shooting could have been tightened up. I was reading some comment on IGN and I agree with the person who's like, like they'd love to like have like a safe house where you can go, you can purchase weapons, you can modify your weapons. I believe Blood Money was similar to this, or did something like this, where, you can go, you modify your weapons, you take your contracts, and, depending on how you do them, you get a certain amount of money. I'm like, I think that would be a lot cooler of a way to do a Hitman game than what they are doing. But I am enjoying it so far. Again, I think all the parts are there. That's kind of the story of this year. A lot of the games that are just kind of dropping this year, like they're really good. Like all the parts are there. It's what's holding them together is what's not so good. Take Mafia 3 for instance. Honestly, I found the game oddly addictive. Like to the point where I couldn't put it down. It's super repetitive. And I'm trying to go through this without spoiling the game for anybody who hasn't finished playing it themselves. But it's super repetitive in its gameplay loop. Super repetitive, and honestly, the actual gameplay of everything traveling sometimes is kind of a bitch. But honestly, I still think that game had all the parts. It had really good characters, had a fun story. It was told in this interesting kind of like pseudo documentary style. It had everything, but if the gameplay was better, I think the entire product would have been better. Because I think, like I said, it had all the pieces. It's just the gameplay and everything that bound those pieces together wasn't that good. So it kind of drags the game down from what it could have been. That, and also Mafia 3 had a lot of technical issues. Frame rate, textural pop-up. Geez, my game's crashed like 4 or 5 times, and I mean, it's probably more than that. So yeah, that's Mafia 3. I think Hitman, again, has all the parts there for a really good game, that it's held together, and it's being released in probably the worst way possible for this kind of game. So again, my opinion. If you have other opinions, go in the comments. I'm happy to hear what you guys have to say, and I'd love to, kind of have a dialogue with you guys down there. I'm really excited about this next one. Wasteland 3 has been crowdfunded in 3 days. I believe at the time that this article was written, which was October 10th, I believe, and there is still time to donate if you would like. Let's see here. The game had sourced $2,821,090. Overshooting their initial target of $2,750,000. So this game is already way past. By about 100,000. Its initial target. It's shooting at its stretch goals right now. I really can't wait for this game. I loved Wasteland 2. I never played Wasteland 1, not gonna lie, but Wasteland 2 it's a very interesting game. If you haven't played it, go check it out. It's a really cool kind of old school RPG. Definitely worth your time. Go find it play it on Steam and not on console. I tried playing it on console, and it was a little weird. The game it's much easier to play with a mouse and keyboard than it is with the controller. And also all the when you put it on like a TV when playing on console, all the dialogue is all really small and you can't read it. So yeah, little tip there. Article by Wesley Copeland of IGN. Oh, and that Hitman article was by Matt Porter of IGN. Sorry, my bad. Final story this week. I really, like I said, didn't have a lot of news. But apparently Friday the 13th, the game has been delayed. I know, sad. No, I was really kind of stoked about this game because I'm like, this is a really cool idea, and now I'm even more stoked because of why it's been delayed. It's not been delayed because it's too big of a project and they had to push it back. It's actually being pushed back because they're adding to the product. Let's see here. Basically, this is to add a new playable character, a new map, and a single player mode. So I don't know if that's single, because I know they're adding AI bots. So I don't know if that's like they're putting in like a little story, or if it's just you can play with bots. So not 100% sure on that one, but let's see here. Currently, the new release dates, we don't have exact dates, but we have the idea of spring 2017 for the multiplayer, and in summer of 2017, the full game will be out. That will include single player. I believe single player, the new playable character, and that I believe third map. Let's see here. Also, if you pre-order the game, both digital and retail. So as long as you have pre-ordered the game, you will get the single player at no additional charge. So I don't know how much that would cost, in difference. So I'd suggest pre-order the game if you're interested. So far, right now, the pre-order prices are sitting at $40 for digital, $60 retail, and that is US dollars. If anybody was curious, article by Jared Petty of IGN. And there you have it, guys. There is all the news I was able to find not able to find for you this week, but there's the stuff I found interesting and probably more applicable to a larger, broader audience. So thank you, everybody, for watching. Remember, there's tons of stuff going on this channel. Please go check out the variety of Let's Plays I have going on and have already completed and will be starting soonish. Also, go check out my website for all my reviews, general other stuff about the channel. You can find that down in the description, along with my Twitter and Facebook. Go follow, friend, whatever, on all of that. And remember to like and comment on anything that you enjoyed. If you liked the video, hit that like button. And if you want to leave me a comment, you want to give your opinion on something I talked about, you want to talk about something that I might have missed this week. I'm not perfect, not a robot. Damn. So please remember, you can always post a link or just talk about a story down in the comments. I'd love to hear about it and talk with you about that. And also remember, if you are not already, please subscribe to the channel. Help me grow into year 3. So guys, thank you again. Like I said, this has been the first episode of year 2. We're on our way. So thank you for watching, everybody. And until next time, I'm AJ Gels. This is the Untitled Gaming Channel. I'm out.